Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for being here today. It's so lovely to see you again today and to talk once again about the things that are happening in royal life. And I'm really excited to talk to you today about what Prince William is doing, but also to give you a little bit more critical thinking, because that's what I think sometimes we need to do, look more critically at what is actually happening in contrast to what William is doing and what William's brother is doing, considering the work of Princess Diana. And I'm going to give you some things to think about so that you can see the perspective and see insight into how just Harry has gotten it all wrong and how William has gotten it right, but to give you a little bit more to think about around that. Okay, a little bit more insight. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so thanks for being here today. Now, before I go into my story today, I wanted to reach out to all the people that have reached out to me individually and wanted to know a little bit more about the charity work that I do. And they wanted to offer their support and to just find out what I'm doing, because I don't talk about it here on this platform, and that is on purpose, because this platform is for the work that I do around royalty. But because it's been several years since I started this channel and I've never brought up the work around my charity directly, I'm going to offer up something today around my work and the charity that I am running, that I am trying so hard to make a difference, and I need your help. I really do. This is one of those things that if you could do this one thing, it would mean so much, considering I don't really do that here. I don't really ask for your help around my charity, but I'm very grateful for the people that have reached out to me and wanted to support my charity. So this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. We have a campaign for the month of November. And this phone number that you see right now on your screen, 888-896-1729. That number, I want you to text to that number, high five, right? We are giving, right, Otis? We are giving a high five to education and donating $5. So if you can give a high five to all the kids out there that are pursuing their education, who take it seriously, those who are trying to do what they can considering their circumstances to get their education, let's give a high five to these kids and donate $5 so that Life Smart Education continue its work, the work that I do with my charity. You would be doing so much to support the work that we are doing in this campaign for the month of November. And you can sign up for my newsletter if you want to continue to follow my work around my charity. Hey, I would love to have you a part of that as well. Okay, so thank you for considering to give a high five and donate $5. All right, getting into our story for today. William, as we all know, we've heard that he is really making this very ambitious move to get more people, or to get people off of the streets and to end homelessness. And that is a commendable thing to do. I find interesting that he actually got some pushback. I'm like, what? But this is what happened. So Prince William, he hits back at critics over his homelessness project. William responded to those questioning whether he is the right person to tackle the issue, given his privileged upbringing in the first part of his new ITV documentary, Prince William, We Can End Homelessness. And this is what William actually said. He said, I think everyone having a right to a safe home benefits us all. He goes on to say that I come with no other agenda than desperately trying to help people who are in need, and I see that as part of my role. Why else would I be here if I am not using this role properly to influence and to help people while I can? And that is exactly right, because William, in his mission and the work that he is doing, is to work for an actual outcome of some sort. Okay? He is doing something that he doesn't have to do. He could go live in his luxury and go fake his, going to support and make speeches and do all these things and be very disingenuous about it. But I think he is the right person. You know why he's the right person? I'll give you the perfect reason why he is the right person. Because there's still homelessness. If nobody has solved the problem, and here is a very wealthy, privileged man who wants to solve the problem, why is anyone questioning whether or not he's the one to do it? If there's still homelessness, let the man do it. The fact that he even wants to do it says enough to me in his character, that he's actually trying to get a goal. He has an outcome other than making money. He has an outcome to do something to make a difference. And that's what it's about. It's about the tireless work that people give to support initiatives that really are there to genuinely help people who sometimes they just can't help themselves. They need an extra hand. They need support. And it's the good people of this world who take their privilege to make it better for other people. That to me is so commendable. And I think that answer that William gave was perfect. And I'm glad it's in the documentary. I can't wait to see it, because in itself, William is doing something that nobody should question anything. When you see Harry and Meghan do anything, they're giving a speech, they're showing up, taking pictures. Come take my take a picture. Take a picture with me and the little disadvantaged black child, or the disadvantaged Hispanic child, or white child, or whoever it is. Take a picture. That's Meghan's goal. Because it's not really about an outcome. It's not really about the help and support. We all know that Harry and Meghan's initiatives are to make money. That's why they left the royal family. So question any and everything that they do since leaving the royal family, because on the backs of what they do in the States, it's to make money. They told us. They told us that. Okay, so that's how I look at it. Okay, so William, we know, faced an uncomfortable moment during the premiere of his documentary. In the film, he was confronted by Lord John Bird, founder of The Big Issue, who challenged him to address the failed thinking around homelessness. And William confronted the founder of The Big Issue in a very awkward interaction. And sometimes you just have to look. Sometimes these interactions are just that. They're awkward, but they have to be said. You have to come out and say what you have to say to just get it off your chest. And to sometimes, set people straight, because they don't probably understand the point of view you're coming at. And sometimes you just gotta be like, look, let me break it down for you, what is going on. Lord Bird bluntly stated he wanted no T in their conversations, urging the prince to spearhead a new approach through his Homewards program, an ambitious initiative aiming to end homelessness within 5 years. Now, he criticized the fragmented efforts of local authorities, charities, and government departments over the past 3 decades. Now, William responded with an invitation to open dialogue, adding, "I'm conscious that it's a team environment. Please do feel free to pile in when you need to." The prince's goal of ending homelessness has been inspired by his childhood experiences visiting shelters with his late mother, Princess Diana. On the ITV series, he shared an anecdote about visiting a homeless shelter with his mother, Diana, and brother, Harry. The second part of the documentary will air tonight. Now, this part is really key because William actually mentions Harry's name, and a lot of people were saying, well, this is an olive branch, and no, okay? He just said his brother's name because his brother was there, and he was there on behalf of his mother, who brought Harry and William there to the homeless shelter. Okay? I don't think it means anything that he said his brother's name. I think he was just giving the facts of what happened, and that's what it is. But what I think is so important, and the part that I want to address around William and his initiative around ending homelessness, is that he is carrying over the legacy of his mother, and it was only because his mother, Diana, gave him, and Harry for that matter, the experience to see what it was like for other people who were less privileged. And she wanted to instill this into Harry and William. And William held on to that. And now he's in a position to do something about it, clearly showing that he is fulfilling the legacy of his mother. But what is so different with this picture is how William said his brother's name because he was there, but how Harry is fulfilling no legacy from his mother. Sure, he'll show up for the Diana Awards. He'll give a speech and he'll say all these words of just wah, 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 and people clap. Oh, that's Prince Harry, Princess Diana's son. Like, they'll show up and hear him speak, and that's it. But the fact that Diana brought both of her sons to experience this, and only one of the sons is actually fulfilling this homelessness initiative, tells you a lot about the two different paths that both brothers are on. And William is the one who is fulfilling the legacy of his mother, and Harry isn't. He is fulfilling the desires and wants of his crazy wackadoo wife. That's what Harry is doing. Harry's initiative has been to try to just give this woman, this spoiled brat of a woman, everything that she wants, because that's what he thinks he should do. But he's not doing what he should be doing when it comes to his mother's legacy. And I don't care how much he wants to say that his wife is like Diana, or, showing up to the Diana Award, or doing whatever he wants to connect his mother to whatever it is that he's doing. At the end of the day, he is not fulfilling the legacy of his mother Diana in a meaningful way, with a goal to end something. Because this is the difference in how you know William is doing it and Harry isn't. You know what the difference is? It's the tireless work around something that you don't have to do. Harry has to do it to make a living, to pay his bills. William doesn't. He's doing it because he is pulled to do it by the desire of fulfilling his mother's legacy. Harry is not. He's not working tirelessly to do something with a sacrifice, the endless, tireless work around giving back to charity. No, you know what he does? He makes a pit stop on a tour to go visit places, give speeches, and take pictures and says, I'm still a prince. Y'all want to hear me say something nice? Okay. And then he says what he has to say to keep people reminded that he is a prince. He is Diana's son. Okay. William, on the other hand, is out tirelessly visiting, going around to different areas to help fulfill a mission, to really help people with a goal in mind to end homelessness in a meaningful way. And he doesn't need to do it to pay his bills. Okay. I mean, come on, folks. And this is why what Harry and Meghan are doing is so detrimental, because people who are really in need are falling for the hypocrisy of this couple. And we have William doing it because he is meaning it in a meaningful way with real outcomes to do some real good to help people. And he doesn't have to do it. He could just show up to say, okay, here, help these charities with their homelessness. I'm leaving. I got to go on vacation. I'm leaving. Like, he could easily do it any other kind of way. But the fact that he wants to end homelessness, he was out there. He and his brother, when they were little, slept at a homeless shelter. The real deal, the real meaningful work that Diana had them do so that it would be ingrained on their hearts to do, it stuck with William. Harry, it didn't stick. It came on like a post-it and fell off. And like his wife picked it up and says, okay, follow my goals and desires with that post-it note. Okay, and now it's stuck on his head. Okay, and I just can tell you right now, I'm so through with Harry and his stupid foolishness. Because true support for charities and work comes endless hours, meeting with people, doing things to help the people that you want to help by getting their input, talking with other leaders and what they can do to contribute to help, because you can't do it alone. You need the support from other people. Just like I'm asking for your support today for an initiative that I'm trying to do with my charity work to help other kids with their education and to give them access to things to empower them to have a future goals. I mean, you look at how William is doing it and you can see the true sacrifice. You can see the true commitment to the mission, where all the efforts and support that is flowing into William with the documentary, with, the photo ops, with his volunteering and passing out the magazines for the homeless and meeting with people. And he's really trying to do something that fulfills the legacy of his mother. And I think, if anything, that's a real meaningful way to pass on something from your mother, considering she died so young. And when you have someone doing it the way Diana would have done it, you have to admire that and commend it to be such a great thing. And to look at what Harry is doing with his wife, knowing that he is the son of Diana as well, and what Diana did to try to help him to also be ingrained with giving of yourself in a way that's more than just superficial. It's sad to see that Harry wasn't able to live up to that. And he's been taken over by a shyster, by a Jezebel. Okay? And that is what I want you to understand critically about the difference between Harry and William. And that it matters that Harry is so klug and so lost in the privilege that he has, because he could do so much more in a much meaningful way. It matters that William is doing what he's doing, because at the end of the day, you have two different outcomes. One is to make the world a better place, and the other is to take complete advantage of the most vulnerable. And speaking out for William is the right thing to do, and speaking out against what Harry and Meghan are doing is also a mission that I have, because that is wrong. That is wrong. You're certainly not making the world a better place when you look at what Harry and Meghan are doing. Because if you knew the facts about what they're doing, you would agree with me. And I have to commend it. I'm very thankful that William was the older brother, and he is the one that got some sense about him. We just all have to look at the difference between these two brothers, and how the legacy, thank goodness, is still being fulfilled of Princess Diana, while Harry frolics around in California trying to make himself appear royal-like. William got it right. Harry didn't. And that's the facts. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Toodles.